Okay, this is our half cover install. What you're going to want to do, we're doing this again on an 06 SRT8. You want to pull your stock half covers off. Alright, after you get the stock half covers off, you're going to see the bolts that hold the fuel rails in right here. They're 8mm bolts. Take one, loosen it up. Take the back one and loosen it up. You're going to want to make sure that you don't want to let loose of the fuel rail, and you don't want to unseat the fuel injectors. So there's one. There's the second one. And be very careful. Not that it's a big deal, just you don't want to have any gas leaks. Now, this is identical to doing it on the RT, except on the RT there's a thread where there's two nubs you got to drill off. So what you'll do is just take the half covers, set them down, put the bolts back down on them. Line them up and just a nice snug. They don't have to be torqued down. It's a nice snug on them. Just like that. I'm going to do the same thing to the other side. Filter back on. These will be a little flexible until they get a heat soak in them, and then they'll cure. We use a mixture of a certain resin that we have that cures under heat. So after they have 1 or 2 good heat soaks, they'll be really rigid. Again, try and be careful not to move the fuel rail. And sometimes the oil, the dipstick's just pushed over a little bit towards the engine. Just move it over by hand. It's got enough flex to it. Again, just go ahead and tighten them up. We used to offer a rubber washer underneath these, but we had a little bit of a concern about using them, so we just stopped. The stock bolts work good. One of the things you can do is the license plate frames, the covers that go over the caps of the license plate frames are really nice. They have a deep one that you can put down. There we go. You can put down right here, and then they have a cap that goes right over top of them, makes them nice and clean and shiny.